Don't look at their disability, look at their ability. My name is Choon. I'm the founder and executive director of Project Dignity Singapore.
My name is Chris. I'm the Assistant General Manager here at Project Dignity.
Maybe I should define the mission of this place: to build and return dignity to the disabled and disadvantaged through vocation with passion. Every day I come here, I learn something new. One day could be a person with disability, able to do the things they do. A lot of them amaze me a lot. And if you got a chance to see how my people cook the food, prepare the place, you'll be very amazed.
At the end of the day, we are all in this together. We all want to do the same thing.
Hi, my name is Jolene, and today we're going to do a research interview on social impact and how to translate it. First of all, I want you to introduce yourself and what you do, and what is this space all about.
My name is Choon. I'm the founder and executive director of Project Dignity Singapore and also Project Dignity Hong Kong. It's a social enterprise set up about 17 years ago to create jobs for people with differently able. We have Dignity Kitchen, which is at Boon Keng Road, and we have 5 bookshops at Khoo Teck Puat, NUH, in Tian Phong, Seng, and Tan Tock Seng. And there's a kitchenette where we are at Ang Mo Kio Police Station.
My name is Chris. I'm the Assistant General Manager here at Project Dignity, and I help out with the day-to-day operations and tasks.
Yeah, so today I want to ask you guys both a question. What does social impact mean to both of you?
Maybe I should define the mission of this place first: to build and return dignity to the disabled and disadvantaged through vocation with passion. So the social impact is to build and return this dignity to these people. And to do that, we need to create, first of all, skill them, create job for them, integrate back to society, and let society to accept them. And that, to me, if the person has a job, has a family, a livelihood, and let him integrate back to society, that is like what my definition of social impact.
Okay, what about you?
My definition of impact is building on the legacy that my dad has created, and then just to try and expand that reach and scope of dignity at the end of the day.
So I understand that the name is Project Dignity, and this word has been kind of defined many times on your websites and on your Instagram stories. If there's maybe 3 words for you to just define, 3 words for you just to define what dignity means to you and to the people that you're serving, what 3 words will you use?
Okay, the 3 words: compassion, respect, and more importantly, inclusion.
Okay.
Similar, I think. Independence, self-sustaining, and useful in society.
Nice. So thank you for that. I know I throw you a little bit off guard. Yeah. So actually, a lot of people even in academic writing or external vendor, people who don't know much about the difference between charity, philanthropy, social enterprise, all the different names you can keep writing down, church work, mission work. What would you say is the core difference between charity and impact?
Why you say charity and impact? Let me ask you a question. What do you define as charity and what do you define as impact? Because charity also got impact. Impact is a verb. So how do you try charity and impact?
Okay, maybe the core of this question kind of talks about the model of, the business.
Let me define the question for you.
Can, okay.
What's the difference between charity and social enterprise? Okay, because that is the noun, charity is the noun. So basically, social enterprise is very simple. It's a commercial entity with a social mission. And the social mission varies from people who like to save the earth, people who like to, so that is a social mission. But it's a commercial entity. That means it has to generate money, funding, team building, teamwork in order to do the social good. So the difference between a charity and a charity has tax benefit. And in Singapore, you have to be registered with the institution, you get the institution of public character. While as a social enterprise, you're private limited. You can't do that, right? So the difference between the two entities, actually, at the end of the day, the commonality is that they all are doing social good. That's all. It's just the different definition of the entity, the vehicle to do the social good.
Yeah, thank you for that clear definition. I wanted to ask a question that poses from generation to generation. Maybe start off with father. Did you expect your son to come on board to do this with you from his very young age?
Quite simple, simply no.
Oh, okay.
Why no? Because for 16 years when I'm doing this, it's very tough. There are years where we are struggling and trying to train and place people. We're not just training, everybody can train. Trying to get them job and getting them to stay in the job is a real challenge. There are not, I can say in Singapore, not many people can train and place them. So it's been a challenging both in terms of the nature of the work and also sustaining a business that do that. So coming back to the question is, if you ask me, it's a very tough decision. But I'm glad that he comes in now because at the end of the day, I hope this legacy will carry on.
Maybe can I ask some reasons why, or what's the kind of your passion or motivation to join on board your father to do this work of impact? Yeah.
I think half and half is because one reason is because I want to help. I think that's how I want to contribute to society instead of having to volunteer my time on weekends or after work. This is actually my work now. I can actually help. And then the other reason is because he's built it up. I've seen him build it up for quite a while now, so I thought, why not help continue that impact that we talked about, continue to expand it and help more. So,
do you have a different way of how you guys view a certain way of doing things at this point in your time? Or if not, it's okay, yeah. So is there something different between the two of you when you work together?
I think I'll answer it. I think so. His start, his view of his time was different than mine because from his time he needs to learn to start it and make it sustainable versus my time where it's already started already. The ball is already rolling. So how we continue, we keep rolling the ball essentially.
So the starting points are different. Okay. Is there any difference between the kind of impact measurement or evaluation you need to do when you change over from one generation to the other?
I wouldn't think so because if I'm helping disabled people, then my mission is just to help disabled people. If I can help more disabled people, that's good. My impact still, my core mission is always the same. So my core mission is to help disabled people, for example. Yeah, so that's what we try to maintain. If I change my core mission, then my social enterprise model has to change as well. So yeah, try to make. That's why it's very important to have a mission statement in the first place. To have a goal in mind. And, how do you sustain?
Maybe I post it back to Mr. Cole.
Just to add to what you say, now not just are we doing disabled, people with disability, we also take on people with long-term illnesses like mental health and also people recovering from cancer and stuff like that. So for him, that range of help that we've given has widened a lot because the society changed from the day I started. So if you ask me what's the social impact, actually for social impact are measured in two ways, quantitative and qualitative. So he was explaining to me the qualitative side, giving these people a better life, getting them working and all that. We also actually attempt to do a quantitative approach. We actually we have actually done over 8 months of research that you actually quantify what is social impact.
Do you mind if you share a bit of a glimpse of how it looks like?
Okay, 2 years ago we start working on this. How you quantify? And basically, not many people can do it. So the thing is the ESG. The E is easy to do because there's carbon index and carbon footprint. S, not many people can successfully do it. So we did a study in various universities worldwide. Then we found something quite interesting that actually can do. So let me explain. Impact has to do as per valuation of a business. Don't forget I explained to you this is an entity that actually, so the commercial entity. So how do you measure first of all, if you want to measure the impact, it's very simple. The number of people we train, the number of mailbox we give out every day, the number of people elderly coming for lunch. These are entity that we can actually physically count them, right? Then how you quantify them? And that's where the fun begins. Now, normal valuation of a business is that like Grab. So they do it based on future earning. Then they do the terminal value. Then they do a discount cash flow back to day one. So they're worth that much, and that much has done so much impact. For social enterprise, you don't measure on that. You measure on the social impact. Number of mailbox, that's $5 a box. A person trained is $6,000 per person we train. Elderly coming is $28. So you project, if I'm the government or some agency wanting to do this, you project over 5 years. It's the cost of social impact. Then you do a terminal value back to square one. And that is how the value that you do based on the number of people you impact. This measurement, we've done all the research already. And it's actually cataloged together in a proposal.
Okay. Then for you, because you might be the one kind of championing this for the future. You started new Dignity Mama, started new, even more shops. You expanded all across overseas. In your point of view, how much do you think it will change for maybe the next 5 to 10 years on how you do your impact evaluation?
I think the impact evaluation is the foundation, so I don't think there's much to change. It's more building on top of that, whereby, not just mailboxes I can do, but maybe something else, or like another long-term illness, long-term people with chronic illnesses, I can target those as well. So there's another group of people that I can impact as well at the end of the day to add on to that foundation.
The parameter changes.
All right, so now maybe we'll just move on to legacy. So maybe is there any kind of question that you would like to ask your son, and then you can ask your father regarding legacy, regarding how Project Dignity can be like in the future?
I got one thing. Do you want your son to be, you want Elijah to come into this business? No, I have a grandson and a granddaughter.
Which is his son?
You want Elijah, my grandson, to come into this business?
I don't think so. I don't think I'll ask one to come here, but at least have the willingness and ability to help in his upbringing. I think that's important as well. So two different things, nothing to do with that.
In the years to come, things will be very different.
I agree. I mean, that's why we do this, right? Do you have any question of similar theme that you want to ask that you're there?
Any regrets with me coming?
This is what I want.
No, actually, there's no. First of all, Daddy don't have regrets, right? Second thing is, for you to come in, actually make my life easier, because I don't want Dignity Kitchen to die with me. Right, that's the only thing. I don't want Dignity to die with me. That's all. So I'm very glad that you can come in, but I have a lot of things to learn.
Yeah, I agree. I believe as well. All right, thank you for this part of the interview, and we'll see you for later.